And before all the people comment about how the fan service with Izetta ruined this episode of Izetta, because that's what people like to do on any episode that has fan service in it, which I have to say, fan service ruins the episode if the core concept of a character is relying on fan service, and Izetta has proven herself to be more than just fan service. So when they add fan service to it and give sexual innuendos, it doesn't ruin the episode for me. It's not even that bad. It's because, I mean, any platform, I mean, look at video games like Mass Effect, where how many females are well developed and detailed, but how many shots are focused on Miranda's ass in Mass Effect 2, like things like that. It's like, it just doesn't bother me, but I know so many people just immediately will be like, nope, the episode was trash because they had, you know, Izetta moan. She's more than just moaning to me, so it's not gonna bother me. But the episode itself, it was a little slow, but I think it was a necessary episode to kind of build on the fact that they're getting very comfortable with Izetta and Fine as the Empress, and I feel like we're slowly seeing everything kind of backfiring on them and biting them in the ass because they're willingly showing Izetta and her magic. She's going open in the public, and she's just taking it a bit too casually, but also we're seeing the royal side of Izetta having to learn to be a royal girl, things like that. So I do think it's an interesting concept, though it might not be the most interesting content. I think it is necessary to build because not everything is just war. There is this royalty of how you live, and I think they're doing an interesting job with that. But the most interesting aspect is last week, which we didn't discuss, had one of, I think his name is like Joannis, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe Jones, I forget his name, but the guy with the glasses, he overheard what Izetta's limitation is, and he's running away, and the spy is shooting him in the artery, saying, what do you know? If you don't tell me, I'm gonna kill your brother and your sisters. And then obviously reinforcements come, but I love the end of the episode where the guy literally asks him, are you willing to die for your country? Absolutely. Thank you, because he knows information he can't tell, shoots him. Now, the thing that's interesting is it does seem like he probably told this spy what the limitation is before he ran off, because I feel like they cut away the way they did just to give it this thought that, oh no, he didn't tell him, the reinforcements came before he revealed the, like, crucial information of Izetta's limitation, but I do think he actually did tell him. It's going to be interesting how that information gets leaked, and then if they do go the route of kidnapping Izetta, like I think they will, because I think they're going to learn what her limitation is and then get her in an area where she can't use her magic, kidnap her, and you can see where the plot might go from there. I think this was probably the weakest episode of Izetta so far, though even with it being a weak episode, I don't think it was a bad episode. I think it was one of the necessary episodes that if you were watching this when the anime was complete, it would be a pretty good episode watching it from last week to this week to the week after. It's one of those episodes that if you have all the episodes at hand, you can see it in a bigger picture. I think a lot of people are going to just hate this episode because there wasn't a lot of action or anything like that, or they're going to criticize the fan service in the beginning, but if you look at the overall picture when the anime finishes, I think it's going to be one of those episodes that is necessary to build on the overall picture, which I think they're doing well with Fine and Izetta and coming to terms with everything. I think it's doing a lot of things right. Sure, the animation was dipping a lot throughout the episode, but it really was an episode that was needed, and in post, when they do the BDs and DVDs, the facial detail that was lost will be corrected. It's one of the things that it wasn't a high octane episode, so when Izetta and Fine are sitting on the table and talking to the residents there, it wasn't a huge issue that their facial detail was poorly drawn. The episode itself, it wasn't fantastic, it wasn't bad, it was a decent episode that is, I think, an important episode overall to the series that is building upon them getting too comfortable with Izetta, where also some tensions are building behind the ranks in the military, but it'll be interesting to see where next week's goes. And if my predictions are correct, the information has been leaked of what her limitation is, which is going to be the downfall of her being kidnapped. But let me know your thoughts on this episode and just where you see next week's going, how you're feeling about the series, because I'm still highly enjoying this. This is in my top 5 of the season. I'm really enjoying Izetta. Sure, the past couple episodes haven't been the most intense, but they've been necessary episodes nonetheless. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, hit that like button if you did enjoy the video, and if you're new to the channel, also be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.